Welcome to YouTube for Lawyers. My name is Christopher Neufeld, and in this particular video, we're going to be discussing why it is so important for lawyers to include YouTube as part of their marketing strategy going forward. Now, much like the internet and the World Wide Web, Facebook, social media, and all those elements have proven important components to one's legal marketing, both on the individual side and on the corporate side. YouTube is now becoming very quickly one of those critical aspects that you have to be integrating into your own marketing strategy. Because so much of what people do now is review and assess who they might be paying big money towards, who they might be committing a sizable part of their future to, or who they might be looking to resolve a particular personal issue, whether it's an employment issue, a criminal matter, a civil matter, a corporate matter, a real estate transaction, or the like. Because legal services, like many other professional services, are not inexpensive. And as such, you want to be assured, to the degree you can be, that you're engaging with someone or some law firm that has the capability and the experience to tackle the issue in front of yourself and provide you with a solution that works for you. Because you're simply operating like they did 20, 30, 40 years ago, where people simply picked up the phone book or asked a friend or looked at a posting outside of a building and said, "This is the lawyer I'm looking for this particular issue." That is a bygone era. Today, you look for lawyers who have the capacity and the experience and the knowledge to serve your particular needs. And because of the internet, first with the web, then with social media, and now very much so with YouTube, people are able to discern who might well be able to provide those specific services that they are looking for. And YouTube is a very good medium for coming across and engaging with prospective clients, prospective customers, and demonstrating to them that you have that knowledge, that you have that experience that they are looking for. Because they're going to be searching for it. They're going to be reviewing it. And especially where they can do that with little cost to themselves, if any. Really, it's just a time component. So when they're looking for somebody, they don't simply just look at a name that's associated with a lawyer. They don't even simply look at a website that is all too often designed by a web designer or that spouts language that the average person does not fully comprehend or understand. Instead, what they look for more so nowadays is engagement. And the best form of engagement, oftentimes, is through YouTube and through videos. In the sense that you're engaging with people on specific topics. You're showing them that you have that experience, that you have that knowledge, that insight, even that interest in pursuing these areas of legal business. Because if you can't even take the time to present yourself out there to the public, whereas your competition does, where do you think those prospective clients and customers are going to go to? They're naturally going to engage those people that seem to have an interest, a passion, and a commitment to the serious legal challenge that you're faced with. Whether it's advancing your business, facilitating an acquisition of real estate, having a civil issue, having a criminal issue, having an employment issue. They're going to sit back. Oftentimes, they're challenged at that point. They're going to look through numerous videos. And that's why oftentimes I talk about the fact that you need to have a multiplicity of videos. Not simply one static video that is very, very general in nature. No. You got to be engaging people with respect to a range of issues that they have. And because your competition is not doing that. And if the competition is doing that, you have to be competing with them. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind. So for that very reason, you have to be looking at YouTube as a core part of your future marketing strategy that starts today. You got to start developing your marketing to exploit the benefits of YouTube, because it's a cost-efficient method of engaging with people. Because when you think about it, you post your video, it gets found. Sometimes you can advertise to increase the visibility of it, yes. But oftentimes you don't even need to. Myself, I've never done any actual costly advertising for my YouTube videos. Simply posted them and realized after speaking with clients that I have taken on that it was the YouTube videos that were critical in their engaging myself. Whether they found me through the internet first and my website and then came to my YouTube videos, or they went directly to YouTube and find myself in the YouTube videos that I posted. But they found the engagement absolutely critical. They found that the fact that I was speaking to them. And even though I used my static visual video presentation with a lot of information in the way of slides, so to speak, on my videos, it is the actual engagement that you have by communicating them with your voice, talking about specific topics, talking about specific challenges that they may be facing, and dealing with those aspects on a whole range of aspects. It allows them to sell themselves on your ability to perform and provide solutions. So they're not coming in cold. They're wanting to work with you. And especially when almost nobody else is doing it, it sets you apart. And even if others are doing it, it'll set you to compete with those people and be ahead of the competition that's not doing it. And that's absolutely critical from a lawyer's perspective. You do it once, it sits out there. And the beauty is, it doesn't disappear. It's not like a television advertisement or a radio advertisement where you constantly have to pay again for that 30-second spot. Pay again. Or even a print advertisement which has no engagement. Instead, what you're doing is you can have short videos, you can have long videos. It doesn't cost you anything more. Like, you can advertise a bit. We're not saying you shouldn't advertise and promote those videos. But what we're saying is you don't even need to. So that's what differentiates this whole process. So you're providing people with information. You're not limited to a 30-second spot. And you're not limited to hitting everybody. You're only focusing on the people who want to engage with you and want to effectively view a 10-minute infomercial or a series of 10-minute infomercials, to tell you the truth. Let's take, for example, my employment practice. People want to find out stuff after they've been laid off from their job, after they've been fired, terminated, or even when they quit. But they're not in a position necessarily to spend lots of money to go out and have consultations with lawyers. And even the consultation process is challenging. Instead, they get the opportunity to engage with the lawyer in some respects at their own pace, without the lawyer making any presuppositions of them, because all they're doing is viewing what the lawyer has to say. And then they get to make a determination as to whether they're comfortable with that person, if they show the requisite insight, knowledge, and if it's a kind of approach that they want to be following. And then when they actually do engage with yourself, like I say, oftentimes they're 90% sold on taking you on. It's not like how it used to be in the olden days, from what I hear, where you go to a lawyer and you have no idea whether or not it's going to be the right fit. No, instead now, people are coming to you having reviewed you, assessed you as a lawyer from your YouTube videos, from the website you have on the internet, from your social media. And they made a determination, oftentimes comparing you to other lawyers and saying, this is the individual I want to be working with. And yes, there might be better lawyers out there for that particular practice. But if they're not marketing themselves properly out there, you could very well get the work and they're still left out in the dark without the job. And that's the difference. So where do you want to be? Do you want to be the one who's being engaged by prospective clients on matters that you actively promote? Or do you want to be the other lawyer who's in the dark, waiting for prospective clients who have no clear concept as to what you do or what you want to do, and coming to you and potentially going in work that you're not even interested in so much? And that is why YouTube for the lawyer is such an important aspect that they have to necessarily consider and seriously implement. And what this video series will try to do is to try to tackle some of these aspects and focus on why it's so important and how, based on my own personal experience of using YouTube, you too should be looking to focus and develop your legal practice and your marketing strategies. So you're getting the most out of your legal practice. You're doing the work that you really want to do, engaging the people that you want to be engaging with, and doing it in a very effective manner. So look forward to having you come back to this channel, view our other videos, listening to your comments, and trying to design subsequent videos on the basis of the comments that you provide us with. Thank you.